Hello students, hope you are safe and healthy at home. Today we shall take up the last part of the one act play, The Proposal, a comedy by Anton Chekhov. So, the students, before we proceed, we shall recall what we discussed in our previous class. Here, while creating background for proposing Natalia, Lomo refers to the Oxen Meadows, a disputed piece of land between the lands owned by them. Both fall into argument, each claiming ownership over it. Father also comes and joins his daughter. In the heat of discussion, Lomo feels much excited and his heart starts palpitating badly and he leaves. As Lomo leaves, the father tells his daughter that he had come to propose to her for marriage. Natalia perhaps loved Lomo in her heart. She falls into a fit of hysterics and keeps repeating, "Call Lomo back." Father goes to call him back. Lomo comes back. Natalia asks for forgiveness and agrees that Oxen Meadows belong to him only. Lomo repeats the same story. Natalia wants him to forget all about the Oxen Meadows and propose her. To divert him, she asks when he was going for shooting. This reminds Lomo of Guess, his dog, who has become lame. Natalia says a dog squeezer is superior to Guess. Contradiction and argument start again. The subject was whose dog was superior. So the students shall try to find answer for their quarrel now, whether they are going to find answer for their arguments. So just a reminder for you, these are the characters: Stephen Stefanovich Shipko, a landowner; Natalia Stefanovna, his daughter, who is 25 years old; Ivan Vasilevich Lomov, a neighbor of Chupko, a large and hearty but very suspicious landowner. And now, the students, let me read it for you. Please follow my reading. Natalia, overshot, having upper jaw extended. Is he? The first time I hear it. Lomo, I assure you that his lower jaw is shorter than the upper. Natalia, have you measured? Lomo, yes. It's all right at following, of course. But if you want to get hold of anything, Natalia, in the first place, our squeezer is a thoroughbred animal, the son of harness and chisels, while there's no getting at the pedigree, dogs breeds of your dog at all. He's old and as ugly as a worn out cab horse. Means horse used for pulling cab or low breed. Lomo, he is old, but I wouldn't take 5 squeezes for him. Why? How can you? Guess is a dog as for squeezer. Well, it's too funny to argue. Anybody who like as a dog as good as squeezer, you may find them under every bush almost. 25 rubles would be a handsome price to pay for him. Natalia speaks now. There's some demon of contradiction, means opposition in you today. Ivan Vassilevich. First you pretend that the meadows are yours. Now that guess is better than squeezer. I don't like people who don't say what they mean because you know perfectly well that squeezer is 100 times better than your silly guess. Why do you want to say he isn't? So, the students, Lomo enters and picks up another quarrel with the Natalia, isn't it? So Lomo enters here, his heart is palpitating awfully. If his feet have gone to sleep. Now Chupko asks Lomo to forgive them. Now he accepts that Oxen Meadows belong to him. So they were in the wrong. Then they start quarreling over what? Quarreling over their dogs. Now Oxen Meadows issue is settled. Now they switch over to another conflict, that is over their dogs. Whose dog is superior? So Natalia calls Squeezer a thoroughbred animal. So Lomo says that his dog guess is better than Squeezer. So this is how the quarrel begins. Next. Lomo, I see, Natalia Stefanovna, that you consider me either blind or a fool. You must realize that Squeezer is overshot. Natalia, it's not true. Lomo is. Natalia, it's not true. Lomo, why shout, ma'am? Natalia, why talk rock? It's awful. This time your guess was shot and you compare him with Squeezer? Lomo, excuse me. I cannot continue this discussion. My heart is palpitating. Natalia, I noticed that those hunters argue most who know least. Lomo, ma'am, please be silent. My heart is going to pieces. Shouts, shut up! Natalia, I shan't up until you acknowledge that Squeezer is 100 times better than your guess. Lomo, 100 times worse? Be hanged to your Squeezer. He's dead. I shoulder. Natalia, there's no need to hang your silly guess. He's half dead already. Lomo weeps. Shut up! My heart's bursting. Natalia, I shan't. Shut up. Enter Chupko. So here, another subject for contradicting and arguing. Dear students, Natalia says her dog Squeezer is superior to which? To guess. So contradiction and argument start again. The subject was whose dog was superior. And here Lomo becomes unconscious due to excitement because he has got his heart palpitates. So he says even my heart is palpitating. So due to excitement, Lomo's weak heart starts palpitating again. So he becomes what? Unconscious. So here they switch over their quarrel to some other petty issue, that whose dog is superior. Next, Chupko. What's the matter now? Natalia. Papa, tell us truly, which is the better dog? A Squeezer or his guess? Lomo. Stefan Stefanovich, I implore you to tell me just one thing. Is your Squeezer overshot or not? Yes or no? Chupko. And suppose he is. What does it matter? He is the best dog in the district for all that. And so on. Lomo. But isn't my guess better? Really now? Chupko. Don't excite yourself, my precious one. Allow me. Your guest certainly has his good points. His pure, is purebred, firm on his feet, has well sprung ribs and all that. But, my dear man, if you want to know the truth, that dog has two defects is old and short in the muzzle. Lomo. Excuse me, my heart. Let's take the facts. Remember that on the Marunsky hunt, my guest ran neck and neck with the Count's dog, while your squeezer was left a whole worst behind. Chupko. You got left behind because the Count's sweeper in hit him with his whip. So here again the argument continues. Chupko. Here Chupko enters asking what was the matter. Then he enters again, asks Natalia, asks her father to tell Lomo that his dog guess is far inferior to her. Lomo to tell Lomo that his dog guess is far inferior to her dog's quiz. So Chupko taunts Lomo. What? Taunts Lomo that he is always suffering from palpitations. So he can't be a good hunter. So they start quarreling again. Lomo calls Chupko an intruder, and Chupko retorts and calls him pup. So Lomo calls him Yuan. They each other, they scold each other, and they don't come to certain conclusion whether either of them is right or whose dog is superior. So here further they say that Lomo completely forgotten. Here we find to see that Lomo has completely forgotten about his intention of going to Chupko's house. Now he also indulges in his petty arguments that his dog is superior uh, compared to Natalia's. Next, Lomo, and with good reason. The dogs are running after a fox. When Squeezer goes and starts worrying a sheep, Chupko. It's not true, my dear fellow. I'm very liable, it's responsible, to lose my temper, and so just because of that, let's stop arguing. You started because everybody is always jealous of everybody else's dogs. Yes, we're all like that. You too, sir, aren't blameless. You know, soon I begin with this, that, and the other, and all that. I remember everything. Lomo, I remember too. Chupko, teasing him, I remember too. What do you remember? Lomo, my heart. My foot's gone to sleep. I can't. Natalia, teasing, my heart. What sort of hunter are you? You ought to go and lie on the kitchen one and catch black beetles, not go after foxes, my heart. Chupko, yes, really, what sort of a hunter are you anyway? You ought to sit at home with your palpitations and not go tracking animals. You could go hunting, but you only go to argue with people and interfere with their dogs and so on. Let's change the subject in case I lose my temper. You're not a hunter at all, anyway. So, the students here, Chupko taunts Lomo that he is always suffering from palpitations and he always suffers from palpitations and he can't be a good hunter. And they start quarreling again and again. And they say, Chupko says, I remember too. What do you remember? And he says, it's not true, my dear fellow. I'm very liable response to lose my temper. And here you find Chupko always is with his daughter Natalia. So he supports always his daughter. He too has forgotten the very purpose of Lomo coming to his house. And later on, he realizes, he cries, he appeals, he pleads with Lomo to his propose for his daughter. And further, we find that Lomo calls him old rat, Jesuit, that we come to know in the next slide. And all these things do harm Lomo because, first of all, he is suffering from palpitations. Next. Lomo. And are you a hunter? You only go hunting to get in with the count and to intrigue, to plot. Oh, my heart, you are an intriguer. Chupko. What? I am an intriguer? Shouts. Shut up. Lomo. Intriguer? Chupko. Boy, pup. Lomo. Old rat Jesuit, a member of Roman Catholic old priest. Chupko. Shut up, or I'll shoot you like a partridge, a kind of bird. You fool. Lomo. Everybody knows that. Oh, my heart. Your late wife used to beat you. My feet temples. Sparks, I fall, I fall. Chupko. You're under the slipper of your housekeeper. Lomo. There. My heart's burst. My shoulders come off. Where's my shoulder? I die. Falls into an armchair. A doctor! Chupko. Boy. Milksop. A timid or ineffectual boy or man. Fool, I am sick. Drinks water. Sick. Natalia. What sort of hunter are you? You can't even sit on a horse? To her father. Papa, what's the matter with him? Papa, look. Papa, screams. Ivan Vassilevich is dead. Chupko, I am sick. I can't breathe. Hey. So here, the students, further we find to see that Lomo has come with the proposal of marrying Natalia. So when he falls down unconscious in an armchair, both Natalia and Chupko are and worried. She starts crying, thinking him dead. So Chupko calls for a doctor. So he calls for a doctor. He threatens to shoot himself or cut his throat. When Lomo comes to senses, Chupko grabs the opportunity and blesses them for a happy married life. So here, further we find to see that they are start quarreling. Again, Lomo calls Chupko an intriguer. So say what? I am an intriguer. Who calls him intriguer? Lomo calls him an intriguer. And Chupko retorts and calls him pup. So again, Lomo calls him old rat Jesuit. Jesuit, a member of Roman Catholic order priest. So, like this, they blame each other over petty issues and they completely forgot. Now, especially Lomo and Chupko, they should be more mature. Compared to Lomo and Natalia, Chupko should be more mature in thinking because he is grown up man, an elderly man. So, but we find that Chupko also gets into a kind of silly argument. So, neither of them reach the proper conclusion. So, they fail to realize the very purpose of their argument, especially Chupko and Natalia. They both forget that Lomo had gone over there to propose Natalia. Next, Natalia. He's dead. Pulls Lomo's sleeve. Ivan Vesselvich, Ivan Vesselvich. What have you done to me? He's dead. Falls into an armchair. A doctor, a doctor. Hysterics. Chupko, oh, what is it? What's the matter? Natalia wails. He's dead, dead. Chupko, who's dead? Looks at Lomo. So is, my word. Water, a doctor. Lifts a tumbler to Momo's mouth. Drink this. No, he doesn't drink. It means he's dead and all that. I'm the most unhappy of man. Why don't I put a bullet into my brain? Why haven't I cut my throat yet? What am I waiting for? Give me a knife. Give me a pistol. Lomo moves. He seems to be coming round. Drink some water. That's right. Lomo, I see stars. Mist. Where am I? To hurry up and get married and well. To the devil with you? She's willing. He puts Lomo's hand into his daughter's. She's willing and all that. I give you my blessing and so on. Only leave me in peace. Lomo getting up. Ha! What? To whom? Chupko, she's willing. Well, kiss and be damned to you. So, the students, here we find that Lomo's unconsciousness unnerves both Chupko and his daughter Natalia. So both of them they get shocked. He is thought to be dead. Who? Lomo. Now Chupko thinks that a golden opportunity has been lost. So he thinks of shooting himself. So he says, yeah, give me a knife, give me a pistol. So he thought of shooting him, he thinks of shooting himself or cutting his throat. When Lomo comes to senses, Chupko doesn't lose the opportunity. He cries, hurry up and get married. He once again, he at once blesses both of them. So yeah, hurry up and get married. So Chupko also is fed up of all these arguments and is also worried whether he is going to lose Lomo because he has come over there to see the hand of his daughter Natalia. So quickly he says, hurry up and get married. So he says, she is also willing, Natalia also willing. So Chupko is in a hurry to give his daughter in marriage to Lomo. And Lomo has always some problem with his body. We find that he is overexcited. So he falls into an armchair and he wants a doctor to be called at once. So Natalia starts crying that Lomo is dead. So Chupko is alarmed. He lifts a tumbler of water to Lomo's mouth to drink. Lomo doesn't drink the water. So Chupko threatens to cut his throat with a knife or shoot himself with the pistol. Chupko doesn't want to miss the opportunity, so he asks, hurry up and get married. So he wants Lomo and Natalia to live in peace. So he is ready to give them his blessings. Next, the last slide. Natalia wails, he's alive. Yes, yes, I'm willing. Chupko kiss each other. Lomo, hey, kiss whom? The kid, very nice. Excuse me, what is all? What is all about? Oh, now I understand. My heart stars. I am happy. Natalia Stepanovna kisses her hand. My food's gone to sleep. Natalia, I am happy too. Chupko, what a weight off my shoulders off. Talia, but still you will admit Admit now that guess is worse than squeezer. Low, better? Natalia, worse. Chupka, well, that's the way to start a family bliss. Have some champagne? Lomo, is better. Natalia, worse, worse, worse. Chupko, trying to shout down, champagne, champagne. So here, Natalia feels happy to kiss Lomo. And at once, Lomo and Natalia kiss each other. He feels relieved. So here, Chupko feels relieved that if they finally, both of them, they came together. So Natalia and Lomo again start quarreling over oxen meadows and their dog squeezer and guess. So they begin their married life with a new quarrel. So here, from the beginning till the end, we find that the quarrel has become the center, the theme here, center theme of the one act play, the proposal. So here, all of them, though they finally realized the very purpose of their get together, again they switch over to a new quarrel. So again, though they felt relieved, Natalia and Lomo again start quarreling over oxen meadows and their dog Squeezer, and yes, so they begin their married life with a new quarrel. Hope you understood this chapter. Still, if you have any doubt, don't hesitate to clarify during our online discussion class. So, dear students, before we wind up this session, I try to summarize the whole play, this one act play. Please follow. The proposal is a one act play by the Russian short story writer and dramatist Anton Chekhov. It was written in 1888 to 89. The play is about the tendency of wealthy families to seek ties with other wealthy families, to increase the estates by encouraging marriages that make good economic sense. Ivan Lomo, a long-time wealthy neighbor of Stephen Chupko, also wealthy, comes to seek the hand of Chupko's 25-year-old daughter Natalia. All three are quarrelsome people and they quarrel over petty issues. To begin with, Lomo starts to quarrel with Natalia about a piece of land called Oxen Meadows, which both claim is theirs. When Lomo has left because of ill health, Chupko mentions that Lomo had come with the marriage proposal of Natalia. On hearing this, she quickly calls Lomo back so as to accept the proposal. But instead of proposing to her, Lomo starts quarreling with her over their dogs. The proposal is in danger of being forgotten. Amazed all this quarreling, Chupko intervenes and gives his daughter's hand for marriage to Lomo, who, despite palpitations, accepts and then continues his quarrel with Natalia. So, economic good sense ensures that the proposal is made after all, although the quarreling perhaps continues. So, dear students, here we end this chapter, and also we call one act play the proposal. Thank you.